Hey, what's up, guys? It is me again, and today Roblox has a sale. Yeah, apparently I wasn't even aware of this until like a couple of hours ago, I think. But apparently they're having a sale. They're bringing back a lot of classic items, and they have a bonus item if you spend $100 or more. Yes, sirree. Yep, that's pretty damn expensive. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this real quick. When it comes to the sale, the items they showed, they are bringing back some classic items like that apparently haven't been around for decades. Like the bunny ears, and just some other ones that just have been gone for a while, and now they're bringing them back. However, the first item they brought back, which I'm going to show you, the purple clockwork headphones, are 40,000. 40,000. Let that sink in. That's 200 doubloons right there. Not 200. That is like 400 doubloons right there, dude. Pretty damn expensive. Fun fact about these headphones, I think the mesh has been around for years. However, they were unused for the longest time until now. And now they're here for like 40,000 Robux. Now, if you guys want my personal 2 cents on this, this is like here's the thing. I do like collecting like old items. I even own some old items, like like my Silverthorn antlers, like my not normal ones, the big versions which you see on my avatar's head, with the footage I have on right now. Like these big things. However, when it comes to stuff like this, eh, I do like classic stuff, but like for me, this is like kind of something where it's just kind of too overpriced. Um, for me to kind of justify buying in the first place. Like, I do like clockworks, but like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. These things, even if they probably were to go limited, I do think they'll probably maybe reach a decent value. However, a lot of people now, especially developers, and how much like AI slop there is now, where like developers are easily making like Robux out of AI slop. I don't think this thing is gonna be as valuable as the other clockwork headphones. Like we're talking about like the blue ones and like just some of the original ones outright. Golden clockworks. The reason why golden clockwork headphones isn't as expensive as any of the other ones is because it has a redonkulous amount of owners. Um, and just overall, the value for it isn't gonna ever reach that high because of the owner count. When it comes to everything else in the cell, I think the only thing I'd probably low key buy it unironically is probably just the bunny ears and stuff like that. Just for collection's sake, because I do like old accessories. When it does come to the other things, I think the wings are cool. I think these are pretty cool. The issue is though, this is gonna kind of like devalue the wings a little bit, especially like where it's currently at right now. These wings I know right now have like few owners, and it's been like that for a while. However, since it seems like they're bringing it back for the sell, I would not be surprised if the wings like population low key like quadruple or like even go up like by 10 times the amount. So wings like these, which I know these wings are part of a pretty expensive series, and majority of these wings are pretty goddamn expensive themselves. If these things were to go limited instead, I think they definitely would have been pretty damn expensive. Easily like over like 100, maybe like 200,000 Robux or something like that. However, now that they're coming out now and there might be even more buyers, I wouldn't be surprised if the value for these wings, like they're still like they still are valuable, but they won't ever reach like any too in crazy values because of the fact now the population of these items are most likely going to go up. If you ask me personally, I don't really care for like the wings, honestly. I think they look cool, but just kind of not really my style. When it comes to the bonus item, by the way, which you have to pay a lot of money for, and this is the thing I want to talk about, I think it's cool that it's pretty much referencing the Federation crowns, which, by the way, are pretty damn expensive. The cheapest Federation crown you can get right now, low key, is the viscount of the Federation, which is around which you see right here, like 590 value, with only 120 tradable copies and 213 available copies, the current population. This is the cheapest one. Now, I know recently they've been making these bonus items go limited with the golden clockwork shades, which are these ones right here. And they've been turning them limited. This was the shades that came out today are doing pretty well. I don't know if the price is gonna remain stable though. And the reason why is because there's 73,000 copies of these. That's a pretty large population for an item I think that only was around for like a week or two. Crazy amount of sales for an item that was like locked behind like a $100 paywall. Pretty damn crazy if you ask me. Um so when it comes to this item, if this item were ever to go limited, right? Like this Lord of Buxeration, like let's say in the future, I would say only get this item, and this thing is going for me too, because I like the look, but I'm just really unsure if I would wear it. Low key, I tried it in like catalog avatar creator. I don't own it, by the way. I need to make that clear. I do not own it. I tried it. It doesn't really fit well on my slop crown. You know, like my epic slop on my head you might see right now. You know, all the slop I have on there. So um when it comes to like this crown though, like if this thing were to go limited, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though it is part of this like very popular crown line, which is pretty damn expensive, like believe me, some of these crowns are like ridiculously expensive, right? This item for sure, if it were to go limited, would probably definitely be even cheaper, by a lot, like a large margin. Um, how much cheaper? I don't know, but I really, really, really want to say this item, if it were to keep its value, would not be able to break through, I think, like 15K or 20K. The only reason why I say that is that if the golden clockwork shades, these items right here, right? This item, if that within 1 to 2 weeks got like 73,000 sales, and if a lot of people decide they really like this crown, I would not be surprised if within like 12 days this crown legit got like over like no, like 70,000 buys, right? Or even 100,000. So I would say if anybody's like considering just buying this because, oh, it might go limited and it might make you a lot of Robux, it'll definitely probably make you Robux if they ever decide to make this thing limited. I just think the only thing is, don't get your hopes up too high of it being like a major banger, like, oh, it's gonna go up like over 100K. I heavily doubt it will. And like I said, the main reason why, things like golden clockwork shades, these things are literally like they sold over 73,000. The only reason why clockwork shades, especially like some of the original ones, are so expensive is because their population is super low. This item, since it's definitely going to have like well above like 10,000 buys, it's not going to be as rare as something as an OG like Federation. It looks cool and all, and I do own one of these items. I own like the Platinum Domino Crown, which is probably my personal favorite of the bunch. But I'm not expecting that item to obviously like go, oh, Platinum Domino Crown is like peak. I would only recommend getting it if like you just kind of like the item and you have money to splurge. Other than that though, if you're someone who's really money conscious right now, I would heavily just recommend avoiding this low key, because sure, you could try to risk it and hope it goes limited, but like I'm gonna say this right now. As someone who's been like trading for a decent bit and also who has like collected some like classic items for a while now, I'm just gonna say this. A lot of it is like very heavy risk if it's gonna go limited or not. You're taking kind of a risk because you never know. Like these purple clockwork headphones, they might be on sale for a limited time, but I've been hearing rumors that maybe it might be permanent. I'm taking that with a grain of salt. If this thing was a permanent addition to the like a catalog, I think a lot of people who are buying this for limiteds are low-key gonna crash out a little bit because at this point you just have the equivalent of like a Violet Valkyrie, except it's just headphones. So yeah, I would definitely say when it comes to the Lord of Buxeration, definitely take it like if you're planning to do it for the limited, like oh have a chance to get it limited or hope it gets limited or whatever. I would highly advise that like you really think before you even buy it. Obviously it's not my money, it's your money if you want to buy something like this or not. But I would just heavily recommend just thinking about it if you want to take that risk. Because sometimes these items most likely won't go limited. There's a slight chance they won't go limited. Like we have items that have released for a while now, like Sinister G and stuff like that, that haven't gone limited yet, and like certain items like that. And not only that, if you're expecting like a lot of Robux of this like Robux from this item, like let's say over 100,000, I'm just gonna like break your bubble right now. That's most likely not gonna happen with this item, considering that Golden Clockwork Shades, which this is still honestly shocking to me, was only out for like 1 to 2 weeks, but still got over 73,000 sales for being locked behind the $100 option. So what that tells me is that like if you were to buy this item right now, most likely this item will definitely have more than like 70,000, 80,000 sales, even if it were to go limited. And at best, if you're lucky and you probably sell high right now, it's probably gonna perform like Clockwork Golden Shades right now, which right now earlier it was like 20,000, 24,000. Right now it's at 18,000. And it looks like the price has been slowly dropping. I'm gonna keep an eye on this because I want to see what happens to Golden Clockwork Shades. Right now, the only reason why I think it's kind of expensive is because there's a lot of hype with it. Then again, clockwork items are always super hype. A lot of people love clockwork items. But this is like a completely different case where I don't know if like the federations might be a bit more niche or pretty popular, honestly. I don't know. Like I said, I do like collecting old items, but the items I like collecting are like kind of niche. Like I only like antlers and stuff like that. Some like old, like just the really old classic items. But other than that though, I definitely would say if you do plan on buying this, just be careful. Everything like when it comes to like a lot of Roblox items are obviously risk. For this entire sale overall, I just say if you want to just go for it, I guess. If you ask me personally, it's just it kind of feels like odd for me. Like if I were to spend money on Roblox right now, it would kind of feel a little bit odd for me to kind of support the things going on at the moment, considering that like Roblox has been going through a lot of stuff. Like they recently delayed the 2D clothing thing. I know Creekcraft made a video saying like, oh, they're listening to us. Dog, they're just delaying the goddamn update. I think in order for them to listen to us, we probably have to all stop playing the game, which I heavily doubt will happen. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this stuff, guys. If you ask me personally, like I said, everything here is kind of a risk. If you're only buying these items to hope that they're going limited one day, I'm just gonna stop you right there, big dog. Be very careful with that. Next thing you know, you'll spend like $500, and the next thing you know, they might not even go limited within the next 10 years. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.